Good morning. Happy 4th of July. Hello from Canada, where there's no fireworks going on, but there is a lawnmower going because we're at a golf course. Okay, we're going to do a mental health group today. So we're going to be on till 11:30. I'm not asking what you're doing to stay alive. I'm asking why you're staying alive. Those are two different things, okay? And this is like a normal staying alive group I do. So why are you staying alive? And then name me something you never thought was possible in addiction that now you are seeing as possible in sobriety. So you got...
Why am I staying alive? I'm staying alive because I want to live. I don't want to die.
That a girl. Nobody's going to swim, and nobody's going to bike, and nobody's going to run for me. I have to do it again. Do it again. You do not get a pass from what you did yesterday. Ever. And I love what Tori was saying in there. I want to be good for me so that my son can be the best for himself. Love it. Good on you, kid.
I don't know, man. A lot of inspiration to keep going. So, yeah.
Okay. Dude, every time you talk, I'm impressed and I'm thankful. That's how you're of effective service to give it back as a teacher. Love it, man. Wow, good stuff. Do you have your blue Crocs on today, sir? That's good, man. Okay, all right. Yep. God, it was beautiful this morning. Just beautiful. Anyway, all right. We got a lot of hands. I like it because everybody's going to play. Today is Friday, July the 5th, and we are 2 days away from Ironman number 117 here in lovely Muskoka, Canada. Look at that health. It's all health, brother. Look at that. Right there, kids. If you want that, drink this, huh?
Do you think being an endurance athlete has made you a better mental health clinician?
100% me doing Ironmans and becoming, it's weird to even call myself that, an endurance athlete has translated into being a more effective clinical counselor for sure. In that, showing somebody, people get, enamored or in awe or motivated by what I do physically. So I take that and ask, well, what is it about that I do that is inspiring to you? And then counsel them. I'm a big cognitive behavioral therapist, which is cliche, but I am. I'm also eclectic in taking something that motivates somebody and making that work for the individual. Not trying to convince them, you got to do an Ironman. It's how do you take the Ironman mentality and apply it to self? And I love doing that. I'm great at doing that.
You want to help other people find their Ironman.
Correct. My job is to help people take what they see in me and make it work for themselves. And I love doing that. And I'm good at it. This is, ironically, I did not want to be a salesman because I was selling a product or service that I really didn't believe in. I am a salesman now. And I'm selling a life that people deserve to have in their own way. So I'm selling big time, and I love it, and I'm good at it. This is going to be really cool. Seriously. No. We talked about this yesterday. I don't travel by myself. I don't want to do that. I don't like to do that. I doubt I would do that. I'm fortunate and I'm very appreciative that people come with me on these. Three of us here from the staff at Ironman Muskoka. There'll be 6 or 7 of us in Muncie next weekend, and I've never done 3 of these 3 weeks in a row. So we're going to cap off this 3-week run at Ironman Sandusky in Ohio, and a lot of the staff is going to be there. That's kind of like a yearly thing. We take everybody to Cedar Point and let everybody have fun. I am going to be gassed at that one, but I don't care. It's fun. The more people that are at these things, the better. I love having everybody around. Tuck me in. No way we're filming this. Yep, tuck me in.
That was almost like desperate. You said it.
Oh my God.
You were pleading.
Put me in a coffin.
You look like a corpse.
This is it.
Dude, looking at it through this little screen, it looks like I'm filming a horror movie.
Does it?
It does.
Oh my God. It does a little bit.
All right. Good night, you fucking weirdo. Do you think the anxiety for the swim could be related just because it's the first event?
No, it's the fear of drowning.
Valid. That's valid.
Yeah. And all these I've done, all these years, it's like, I can swim. Nothing's going to happen. But it's just a little bit of that. And some of it, too, I think I just have to accept it. That's part of the deal, man. Part of the deal is to be anxious. There's a lady in New York. I've never met her in person. She's been following us for a while, and she's a runner, and just recently got our latest book and loves it. And she's always up early, and of course I couldn't sleep last night, so I messaged her. She's training for New York City Marathon. I said, do you get nervous before your races? She said, all the time. I'm like, yeah, just validating what I know.
When you were giving that talk at the ice arena, the Tam O'Shanter in Sylvania, and you were talking to kids, age 14 to 16, and you were talking about the Ironman competitions you've run in, and a kid raised his hand, and he's like, how many have you won? And you laugh, you're like, bro, I haven't won any.
Yeah.
You're not doing this to win them.
No.
What are you doing them for?
I'm certainly not doing them to win them. And doing that talk at Tam O'Shanter, the hockey rink that I grew up playing in for those kids that day, that ranks right up there of one of the best talks I've ever done. Not for what I necessarily said or didn't say, just the opportunity to do that. That was awesome. And when they were asking me, one kid said, how many have I won? It's not about coming in first place. Winning is actually being sober first and foremost. Then it's having the drive and the persistence and all those good words that I'm an example of and doing them. That's what I was trying to get across to those guys, is the Ironman mentality is applicable to whether you want to be a hockey person or the guy that raised his hand and said he wants to go in the military. I've seen some clips from that, and seeing the kids' reaction when I'm talking, seeing that, I'm like, man, I had them that day. Felt great. And even my buddies that were over there, some of the comments that they've messaged me afterwards were, it's like, okay.
And you almost didn't do it.
I almost didn't do it.
Why?
Some dark stuff from the past was beating me up that day. You don't belong there. That was said to me by a parent. When I was expelled from high school for doing coke, I went back into Tam O'Shanter to watch our high school team play, and a parent said to me, you don't belong here anymore. That hurt. I guess there's some That hurt. I can't imagine saying that to a kid. And there's a lot of that. Am I good enough to do this? I'm not good enough. I suck. They're gonna, someone's gonna make fun of me. I'm gonna get slandered for doing something. And you know what I did? I went out and ran. I'm like, go to the thing that's gonna help you. And I went running, and within the first mile, I'm like, this is what I'm gonna say. This is how it's gonna be. Bam.
You persevere through the self-doubt.
Yes. That's the stuff that people don't see a lot in me that I wish they did. Like this. I'm glad we're doing this. Most of the time when camera people or whatever follow me, that it's this, let me get a shot of you running. And I'm like, yeah, but there's more to it than that. And I'm glad that you're seeing that. But that day was one of those.
Well, I mean, we could even show the email back and forth. like,
yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not feeling
Did you
it.
have that?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. That's perseverance. Yes, you need to do something with that because I battled that day. Well, you saw it. I was struggling. I had suicidal thoughts again that day about it. And I'd say to myself, what? It's like not racing that day. What do you really not want to go there and do probably the most powerful talk you could give, not only for those kids, but for some healing for yourself? Do you really want to skip that? And I'm like, I can't do that. And then it's up to me. What do you got? And that's the same thing tomorrow I'm going to have to do. What do you got today? Who cares what you did yesterday? And I don't say I'm proud of a lot of things. I'm thankful I used what has been given to me with that drive. I did it again, and I love it. Do it again, do it again, do it again, no matter what. The guy that was at one of the stops said, no, those are rattlesnakes. And I'm like, oh. And they were up in the hills, and we were running on a path.
What part of Canada?
Western Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, Penticton. Boy, that was tough.
Penticton.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ultras.
Yeah, I've done 2 ultras.
You did an ultra in 106-degree weather?
Mm-hmm.
See, that seems like impossible.
That was tough, man. I lost one of my nuts. I was taking it. It's in Running with Demons.
You have one nut?
I came back.
What do you like? You did a scrotal magic trick? What
You gotta watch Running with Demons because it's in there. I went up. I was getting in. I'm in the bathtub. Man, I looked bad. Like one of my eyes had I looked bad, and they're interviewing me. And I'm sitting in the bathtub, and I'm in my head. I'm answering their question. I'm like, something doesn't feel right, and I'm kind of sitting there, whatever, and one of my nuts was gone. I'm sorry.
That's pretty sad when your internal temp is a lot cooler than the outside that it has to travel to cooler
And I'm making a movie. So in my mind, I'm thinking,
Weren't you in the ice bath?
Yeah, I was in an ice bath. But I'm just sitting there going, I think I kind of screwed myself, and I got to run 52 miles, one nut Crandall.
One nut Crandall.
And I ran it the next day with one nut, and it came back like 2 days later.
Did you feel it when it dropped? Was it like when your ears
No,
popped?
it wasn't like a plunk. It was a process. Yeah, I would.
You with the sound effects now, very nice.
That race, I was beat up. I don't watch. There's a lot. That movie is very emotional. You should probably watch that.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to watch. And physically, I'm like, when I watch it, I'm like, man, dude, you were, because I had done full Ironman Switzerland. The next weekend, full Ironman Germany. Flew home. Next weekend, Ultraman Canada. Nobody had done that either.
That's not in the Guinness book either.
I like, because you don't tell, I know you in a sober context, or at least that's how I started to get to know you. You don't enjoy telling drunken war stories.
No.
But it's fun to hear about One Nut Crandall. It's
Right.
fun to hear about like these war stories that you're willing to talk about from
Iron
in a
Man
different
stuff.
context.
Yeah. Yeah, One Nut Crandall. $117 of these bad boys. Well, she knows. I wasn't feeling it today. I'm tired. But it's just like, you can't get out of it. So it's like, don't complain, just take it easy and go do it. I've done so many of these. I know what I got to do, and you get through it. But I'm glad I wore the wetsuit and swim. I enjoyed swimming. But bike was hard. The bike was hard, and that run was hilly, man. That's tough. I remember that. It's like, it's constant rolling, so you can't get in a groove. But yeah, it's good. I don't think I was as jovial today as I usually am. That's different.
Tired. It was either sleep or nutrition.
Yeah.
Could you tell before you even started the race that maybe that was the case?
Yeah, I could tell today. I was like, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a... But I knew it wasn't going to be a... Yeah, I was a little off today, but it's still, we got it done, look, dude, man, anytime you can finish one of those things, it's like, who cares? Right?
When you crossed the finish line, I was like right there. You put your arms up and you said, another one.
I did.
You did. You said, another one.
You heard that.
I did. I was right there.
Wow. Yeah, I did.
So,
Yeah, I was thinking of the Britney Spears thing again. Oops, I did it again. But I said that after I finished Michigan last year. But yeah, did another one.
Are you proud of yourself?
No. You can't take yourself too seriously in this. I'm not winning any money. I'm not going home with a trophy. That's why you heard me say that to a couple people. Like, you know, I said to that parking guy, hey, I'm just here to pick up my trophy.
You said, hey, where do I pick up the trophy? And he said, at the finish line.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I don't train really anymore. I just, to be able to just rip these
She
things
gave
off.
me the side-eye nodding when you said that.
If I trained, I'd be probably pretty good.
Let's think about this. Yes, that's true.
I'd finish them.
Well, you're training in here too. You can't see
Totally.
me. Talk about the training here.
You have to have it in your head. Even when you don't have it in your head, you better get it in your head. And that's what today was like for me.
Yeah.
It's like I was searching, you know, but I just, it's like when that gun starts, I know what I have to do to get it done.
And go into that mode.
Yeah, it's like whatever it takes, and that's a representation of staying sober.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you got to do to not use, that's what you do, and it's okay.
You said you'd be doing this as long as you can even crawl across the finish line. You'll still do that.
I'll still do them.
On a particularly, I don't want to say a tough day for you, but a day where it felt like work.
Yes.
Does that put doubt in your mind that you would still do this even if you're crawling across the finish line?
I'll do what it takes to get there. I thought of that couple I talked to this morning. Those people inspire me. That's why I went over and talked to them. You know, when I see older people like that, they inspire me. Mm-hmm. And I just want to talk to them to see where their heads are at. But I admire people who are older like that are still doing these things, and I'm like, I want to learn from them because I want to be that.
Mm-hmm.
I
want what they have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing I did when I was going to support group meetings. Mm-hmm. I looked for people that talked and were living the somewhat of way I wanted to live, and I listened to them. And I still do that. Mm-hmm. I'm a student first.